Hey everybody, welcome back. David Eon and the spectacular Miss Lady Pop Hunter here with a follow-up. And of course, a lot of you are aware of what happened with the Mondo and the 40th anniversary figure, which upon examination, hello Miss Kitty, cameo from Miss Kitty here. This runs a lot deeper than anybody expected. And we got a lot of feedback about it, a lot of positive feedback, some negative, some people who, I guess, they don't understand what's going on or whatever, but we'll dive into that a little bit. But people want to know what happened with Mondo. Are they resolving the issue? Whatever. And I'll put a link to that video at the end of this in case you haven't seen it, and that's the unboxing disaster video where my 40th anniversary timed exclusive He-Man literally broke in half while it was being reviewed. So I did get on it, and people are in the comment section like, oh, I hope you realize that Mondo is right on this and they're taking care of it immediately. No, it's been a several week process. We're about 2 weeks into it now of communication with Mondo to get somewhere with this, and it's still not technically resolved. The package is on its way back to them right now, and obviously they've got to receive it, inventory it, whatever, and we'll see how long that takes. I'm guessing it's going to be a 3-week to a month-long process from the initial contact. So I'm going to show you the email contacts, and we're going to talk about this a little bit. First of all, you see new customer message. New customer message is me, 8:39 a.m. because the morning where the review was done, I went and sent them an email. So support back. Thanks for reaching out. We're dealing with a higher volume of emails after the holiday season. I'll get back to you as quickly as we can. Please do not send more than one email, blah, blah. So it took about an hour. This is obviously an automated response. I bet they're bogged down because apparently the issues with the 40th anniversary He-Man is not isolated. It's a big deal. Now, 3 days later, that was the 6th, and Monday the 9th in the afternoon, I get this. I'm sorry to hear about this, but I'm happy to help in any way I can. This is just protocol, but would you mind sending some photos or a short video of the damage you mentioned with me? I apologize for the inconvenience. Hope to hear from you soon. Regards, Mac. I'm sure Mac isn't a real person. It's probably a bot, just from the wording. But okay, fine. That's not a problem. I can provide that. So I send them the information that they need. Next step is 4 days later. So 4 days for them to look at the pictures. Hello, David. Thank you for providing the requested photos. We are actively inspecting our current replacement and safety stock, and we will begin fulfilling replacement requests in the order they were received as soon as possible. If our current stock is not sufficient to fulfill your request, and I'll already tell you it's not. Additional replacement and safety stock arrives in March or April. Production of this stock is already underway and will be received after the Lunar New Year holidays. And that's important to point out because they've got so many complaints, they've had to order more. So whatever they're talking about additional replacement and safety stock, it's gone. And you'll probably be waiting until March or April for a new torso. As a thank you for understanding and patience while we fulfill your request, we would like to offer you a $50 gift card towards your next Mondo toy purchase. If instead you would rather return the unit for a full refund, we will happily provide a shipping label for you. Refunds are issued upon receipt. Of course, they've got to get it first. I understand that. We are also excited to announce additional quality control protocols in 2023 for both our overseas factory partners and our U.S. logistics operations. The joy and support of our community is our top priority, and we are dedicated to preventing this type of issue going forward. Mac again. I don't quite agree. And the reason is, number one, this is the third figure in a row. I did not order the She-Ra, okay, because I had problems with the Hordak. And it wasn't as widespread as this with the Hordak, with the hands not staying in the wrist joints. The hands keep falling out, and he's really stiff too. He's hard to move and pose, but that wasn't as bad. When that happened, I went ahead and I got the 40th anniversary He-Man. But then they roll out 40th anniversary She-Ra, then Battle Cat, then a third He-Man, and then all these announcements for the opening of 2023. And I was like, well, let me just slow down here. I'll wait till I get the 40th anniversary He-Man and see what it looks like. Because the whole bit with Hordak made me a little nervous. I was like, I've done 8 reviews, including Hordak. 7 of them are good. If you go back and you look at my Mondo reviews, Hordak wasn't. It was negligible. I was like, you know what? This bothers me. It wasn't so bad, but it was an expensive, the most expensive figure yet. Came with the fewest accessories, and it had defect. So I'll just wait till I get the 40th anniversary, and it's a good thing I did, because from what I'm hearing, communicating with other people about the 40th anniversary She-Ra, is that nearly 50% of them were defective. That they were packaged incorrectly and their noses were mashed, so Mondo had to replace a lot of heads. And excuse me, several of the figures arrived missing parts. So the package arrived to people incomplete. They were missing a weapon, missing hands. Something was not in the package that should have been there. So this is the 3rd figure in a row. You're doing things too quickly. You're using cheaper materials. So your customer's not necessarily first. I'm sorry. You know, you're fixing it now, but you're fixing a problem you created. Then you want to offer me a replacement torso. How do I know that that replacement torso is not also going to be defective at this point? And handling it, you know, and I didn't get into it during the review because, you know, I just want to maintain my composure. It doesn't feel the same as the other figures either. So I'm like, this is a different grade of plastic. To me, it seemed like, and another person made a good observation that looking at the paint, it doesn't look like they finished the paint properly, which is why it was scuffing also. I haven't had that problem with the figures before. So obviously I don't want the $50 gift card. I don't want the replacement torso. I just want the refund. So I send it in for the refund. I get this response. And this is 5 days later. We're adding a day every time. So we're 2 weeks in here. I'm sorry to see this. I've attached a prepaid return label to this email. Go ahead and send figure back to us at your earliest convenience as soon as you have dropped it off. Let me know and I will get a refund processed for you. I apologize for any inconvenience and thank you for your continued patience. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please let us know. And I printed the label. I put it to post. Haven't heard anything about it yet, and today is the 22nd. Of course, it is the weekend, and again, they need to obviously receive it first and check it in and do whatever they got to do. But I'm guessing it's at least 3 weeks to a month it's going to be before I see a refund. Whatever they saved by going cheaper, it's cost them now. They've probably lost all of that, plus the credibility of like I said, and somebody scolded me. They said, oh, you did nothing but complain through the whole unboxing anyway, and you don't deserve Mondo or something like that. It's like, whatever. You know, I've given them, I liked the line. I gave them 7 good reviews in a row because I was happy enough with what I received. From the initial Deluxe He-Man and the Skeletor, Merman, which is probably their best figure, and so on. And then I got Hordak, and I'm like, something's off. And now something's really off. Yeah. And I expressed some concerns with that video when I first opened it up, because I've been hearing a lot of people were saying, I got my figure, it broke. It broke like right away. And I'm like, ugh. And I expressed that. And I was like, you know, if between the prices, if something's wrong with this, I'm probably done. And that was my concern. I liked the way it looked. I thought I was impressed with like the nod to the Thunder Punch, because they had the roll cap and things like that. You know, I was trying to be enthusiastic about it right up until it fell apart. And the people are saying, oh, well, you there was a lot of people in the comments, oh, you're supposed to use a hair dryer, you're supposed to boil it, you know, all these things. You got to heat it up first. Did you let it sit for at least 24 hours to get to room temperature and all this other stuff? Which it did sit for almost 2 days before we opened it anyways, because we didn't have time. But I got to tell you, if I need to do all those modifications to it, it never should have passed quality control in the first place. I'm sorry. You guys are getting robbed. Not just Mondo, All right, all of these figure companies, if you're paying hundreds of dollars for a figure and you got to run it over with a hairdryer for half an hour before you can pose it, something is wrong. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's where we are with it. They've lost their credibility with me. They looked for they looked for shortcuts 3 times, paid for it 3 times, and each time it's gotten worse. That's where I'm at with it. So I don't trust them anymore. Quite frankly, I was really enthusiastic about the line, and now people are really concerned. How's that third He-Man going to look?
Yeah.
How's that Battle Cat going to look? Because people have already paid for these. and again, you know, there's the argument, and people are saying, you know, you got to be patient. I don't think there's a problem with how long they're taking, but there were a lot of people that were commenting that I hope you know Mondo's right on top of this and all of that other stuff, and they're not like right on top of it. They're doing the best they can.
I think they're on top of it as fast as they can get with the amount of complaints that they're having.
Yeah.
And I do like the fact that they are addressing it. Unlike NECA, who knows, and they tell you. I've seen interviews with them, and they say, "Oh, your figure, you just get out the hair." They say it. The I don't know if the guy is the owner, but he's the one the rep. So they have no intentions of fixing.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep doing what they're doing. Mondo, okay, yeah, they got caught up. They put out, I don't know, 10,000 figures. And 9,000 of them broke. So now, okay, we got to address
hypothetically
this.
speaking, we don't have an actual number.
Right.
Yeah.
But they did address it. It took them a little longer. But I was concerned about that when Funko took over them. Because when Mondo was putting stuff out, it was a slow process. That's knew
true.
That, okay, they're going to put something out in January. Maybe they'll put something out again in July, August. You know, it was months that passed before they put things out. And then, of course, the wait was long, but that was fine because you got good quality products. But then it seemed like as soon as Funko took over them, their products came out quick.
Yeah, that's true. Because, I mean, just in the last few months, it's been 3 versions of Hordak, a second version of Scareglow, 40th anniversary He-Man, 40th anniversary She-Ra, Battle Cat, and a third He-Man.
Yeah.
All and they've never, and that's not counting the stuff from the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
they've
they
never
got
done
some
that.
Projections of like what, Trapjaw,
Beastman,
and
Tila,
and I think 2 others.
Panther.
Yeah, Panther.
Yeah, and looking at for like the first quarter and then cranking it out. And these are not cheap figures. I think that 40th anniversary He-Man with the shipping was like $2.80 and 10 cents or something like that.
But it goes back to what we were saying. These companies, they keep raising the prices, but the quality keeps going down. And I'm a fan of Mondo. I bought several Mondo figures. I was always happy with the figures. But I know I was kind of disappointed with the man thing because it didn't. It looks like it's supposed to move more than it does.
Yeah, it's really stiff, and you feel like you're going to break it. The articulation that's supposed to be there won't move, and it's got a really strong oily smell to it too. Which that's the point that the guy was making about it. Is that when you get a strong smell like that, it may not have been coated right, and that's why you get a lot of scuffs or you get paint that sticks and the joints get trapped up. That's what he was explaining in his correspondence.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, "That's an issue right there if you can smell that paint."
Well, I got 2 of them and it was a heavy smell, and honestly, chances are I won't get any more Mondo figures because the price. You know, what happened to David, I saw it.
Yeah, she was right there.
I was right there. And the quality does seem like it's gone down. like I said before, a few years ago when they were putting things out, the quality seemed like it was really good.
Yeah.
It seemed like they put more time, more effort into what they were doing, and now it seems like it's just this one big rush job. Like, we have to put out so many figures by this date, and they really don't. They place their own standards on themselves, not the customer. You know, they tell the customer, hey, these are the things we have out.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to put out this year. They don't have to put out 15 figures in a year. They could put out 2, and people will be happy, because that's what they were doing before, and people bought the stuff. But now, I don't know. They just
Don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it just feels like they're in this one big rush job to get figures out. Let's flood the market with stuff, and their quality control has just
It's been hurt.
gone down.
And it hurts their credibility, because then, like myself, I think I'm kind of done. You know, I don't know if I want to bother with another one. I've sent the 40th back. Said, yeah, just give me my refund.
Oh. I know. I was looking forward to the rest of those Universal Monsters, which they
if they
never
ever got back to it.
Yeah, and I was hoping that maybe they'll come out with a Swamp Thing, but I don't know now.
Yeah, I don't know what direction they're going in. It's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate that you had such bad luck with them. But maybe
in the end,
yeah,
because
in the
initially,
end they did address it.
Yeah,
they did address it.
Initially, like I said, the other figures. I mean, this is like 7 out of 9 unboxings were favorable.
Yeah.
And then the last 2, like I said, the Hordak, I was kind of like, a couple of issues here.
Yeah.
And now I'm just, whoa, all right, that's way too much. Way too much. And then one person had said, if you knew there might be a problem, you shouldn't have tried to pose him. I was like, so
how you supposed to know it's going to be a problem unless you pose
just
it?
Gingerly take him out and stand him there and never touch it again, and not know if he's one of the defective
that's
ones.
what I would do. That's my method.
You need to, especially if you know there's a problem, you need to check. You need to check and find out so that it can be corrected.
If it was mine, it wouldn't have broke, because I wouldn't have touched it.
There was a few people I heard from that says that theirs arrived already split. It already shook loose even in delivery, and I heard a different complaint where the joint doesn't quite reach, so it's on the inside it's too short. So it's either won't connect.
Yeah.
It's disconnected but not broken and won't fit, or it's real loose, so his torso's like this.
Oh gosh.
Those are the other complaints I've been hearing, and I'm just like, wow, it's really a huge problem for them, and we'll have to wait and see if they recover.
Well, hopefully this is a lesson learned.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to go through these issues and make a better product because of it, and hopefully because of this incident, and I'm sure they've lost millions, they will put out better products next time. They'll go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, what made us so popular to start with? Good quality products. Let's go back to that. And
you're raising the prices anyways.
Yeah.
If you're gonna charge me $280, charge me $285 and give me a better quality plastic. Your prices are already up there.
Yeah.
You know, because you started off a lot cheaper. I think with shipping, the original one was only like $180.
Wow.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think it was the regular He-Man was $160 and the deluxe was $165 plus like $20 for postage, or whatever it was. I forget.
So it's a whole $100 more.
There's $100 difference from the initial offering.
Oh wow.
Already. But because I got the deluxe He-Man, it was only $5 difference, and that's what I mean. Here, regular figure 160, deluxe figure 165, you get all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
I took the deluxe one and I was happy with it. So if you're already up there, same argument we had with the the PCS He-Man statue.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the statue looks great, but then he's got this wonky vinyl sword that's all bent. And it's like, as much as this costs, charge an extra $5 and give me a die-cast sword so it doesn't look like crap. It's stuff like that is what I'm talking about. You're already up there anyway. Just the consumer obviously is willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And it's like I always say, you have to speak with your dollars.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep buying it, they're gonna keep putting it out.
Yeah.
So the only way to stop them is to stop buying it.
Yeah.
You know.
And hopefully they are addressing the issue. But like I said, this is the third figure now, and hopefully it. Like I said, you could have. I guess the Hordak was minor enough.
Yeah.
But then when they had all those issues with She-Ra, that's when they should have put the brakes on. I think.
Well, the She-Ra and the He-Man came out probably about the same time, so they didn't have time to see how much problems.
When it arrived at the at their logistics, U.S. logistics, and they started checking them, which is why they ordered extra torsos in the first place. Yeah, think about it.
Yeah, they knew they
I've
had
worked
a
in those
problem.
areas before. You know, if with Frito-Lay, when you put the brakes on there and they check them, it's like, you know what? Some of these are really screwed up. We need to order more torsos in case the customer. That's when you should have had somebody sit there and start opening every one of them and checking them and separating them, and then first come first serve, send the good ones out.
Yeah.
And send out an email delay. Hey, we're sorry. It's going to be an extra couple of months. We've run into a problem. We want to handle it.
Now, Super 7
has done that.
They
That's
said that they've done it several times.
I think they did it with Chitara.
Yeah.
And they did it with the comic strip version Conan.
Yeah. They didn't like
it.
it. They didn't like the paint. They didn't like this. They didn't like that. So they sent it back. And then months pass, they come back with another product.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, at least you realize it now before we get all of this stuff out to people. And they whine and complain and put out videos. And now people say, oh no, I never buy from them again, or I thought about buying from them, but I'm not now.
Yeah, because it does hurt them. I've also heard from a couple of people that were like they'd also ordered the third He-Man and the Battle Cat, and were so nervous about it they've canceled their pre-orders because they were like, oh, I got this figure and it broke, and I'm like, you know what? Ugh, I don't want the Battle Cat now. That thing is over $500. You deal with tax, it's damn like $550 you're paying for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get it and have it snap up. You know what? Keep it. And they've been canceling orders. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But anyway, just wanted to catch everybody up to let them know, because a lot of people had asked, and I said I would do a follow-up when I started getting something going to let people know how that worked out. And again, it's not completely resolved, but we're getting there. And I understand they got to receive it, however long it takes for them. I don't know if they've received it yet or not, but to receive it and check it and all that before they can issue a refund. And there you go.
Okay.
So did you get your figure? How did yours work out? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. Share it if you can, all of that. And if that's it, what more can we say? But thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.